These are some Dinar Guru updates, starting off with Frank 26 article, quote, "The Central Bank of Iraq issues the third package to facilitate the procedures for obtaining U.S. dollars," unquote. Frank says the central bank issues many new reform steps for the new exchange rate and the new currency. Pimpy article, quote, "Al-Sudani returns to Baghdad after concluding his visit to Kurdistan region," unquote. Pimpy says Al-Sudani just got back from being over there in Kurdistan. We know he was over there ironing out the last of the details necessary for them to come up with an agreement on hydrocarbon laws. I'm excited about that, but I'm more eager about them signing it so we know it's official. All right, Sandy Ingram says, "To our knowledge, the budget does not include information or provisions for a rate change. However, this does not mean a float or rate change is totally out of the picture." All right, Mark Z via PDK, "There's very little news from the Iraqi front today. This is understandable with the overwhelming amount of news we've had earlier this week. It's all been positive. The budget is moving way faster than expected." All right, Frank 26, Iraq Boots on the Ground report, Firefly, says they are telling us we will have currency to match other currencies, including lower notes. This is telling us what's about to happen. Frank says they are bombarding you and preparing you and giving you every reason not to fail this monetary reform. Nader from Midi says, "Like I told you, it's a waiting game. One morning, one day, it's going to come out. They're going to go, let's RV, but believe me, it's not going to be 1-to-1. You'll never see it at 1-to-1. You will see it higher than 1-to-1. You'll see it at $3, $3.28, $3.60, $3.80, but you'll never see it at 1-to-1. There is no 1-to-1. If they're going to reinstate it, they're going to throw it to Forex, and it's going to be stronger than that." All right, Claire article, quote, "Central bank governor, we are working with the government to make the dinar the main currency in Iraqi market," unquote. Claire says the goal is to maintain the general level prices, that is the strength of the currency locally and exchange rate, which represents the strength of the currency externally. He added he will take the necessary legal steps in the context of the dinar being a major currency prevailing in the market in cooperation with the government. All right, Mountain Goat says the news today is still all about the dinar. Surprisingly enough, the second rate change has not yet come out. Today, the 23-year budget just arrived at Parliament for the readings, so the budget must first get voted on in Cabinet, then it gets passed on to Parliament for the legal 2 readings, makes amendments, and can vote on it, send it back to Cabinet for revision. Article, quote, "Early next week parliamentary session to read the 2023 budget." Another quote, "There may be a Parliament session next Saturday or Sunday to conduct the first and second reading of the budget law," unquote. So here is proof of where the budget 2023 is. All right, Militia Man says the whole budget for 2023, 24, and 25 is all about going to a private sector. The stability and security that they're going to get for the investor and for public is going to be pretty big, because that goes to show they're committed. With them being open and being able to be adjusted and amended based off of oil pricing, natural gas prices, taxes, tariffs, revenues, or even adjustment to their exchange rate, they can do all of that. Mark Z via PDK, "Central bank governor sets 2 monetary policy goals in Iraq. Monetary policy includes 2 main objectives: maintaining the overall level of prices, that is the strength of the currency locally, and the exchange rate, which represents the strength of the currency externally." Mark Z says this is from Iraq, and he just told you right here they have 2 jobs, stability and rate. They're telling us what they are doing. All right, Frank 26, "In my opinion, the budget is complete, but you're not going to see the budget, in my opinion, until April 1st. But the rate for April 1st, in my opinion, will be 1 week before that." Pimpy article, quote, "Al-Shamari, the largest budget of 23 in history of Iraq, Baghdad, and the South will witness reconstruction revolution," unquote. Pimpy says, yes, that is what we want to hear, but I don't want you to just talk about it. I want to see it happen. Because if they can make it happen, then we're going to be looking at a much more valuable Iraqi dinar. Lastly, Mountain Goat article, quote, the largest budget of 2023 in the history of Iraq, unquote. Mountain Goat says, I believe this 3-year budget is going to be the rebuilding of war-torn Iraq budget. This is why they will also need a strong international currency.